I absolutely love fault finds. Galaxy chocolate milk, that would be perfect for me. Aha, that doesn't look very good. Oh my. Yeah, that is a plumber's job. No tape needed. Greta Thunberg, you're welcome. Fault found. Sorted. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Artisan Electrics, where today we are not just doing a car charger video, which I'm really sorry to disappoint you. I understand some of you like car charger videos. We are fitting a car charger though. I'm sorry for all the car charger video haters out there. I am calling you out. Sorry, I don't know if you noticed. We are an EV specialist company, so as such, we do tend to do a lot of EV. Anyways, the job. Tripping sockets. Tripping sockets. I think that should stay in the video actually. Tripping sockets in the kitchen. We've got a fault in the gym, which he's only just told us about that as we arrived. All the power's off, so we'll probably start with that. Rewiring a feed to the garage and rewiring the garage, and a couple of little odd jobs here and there. I think we'll just go straight into it. We'll start on the fault in the gym. Hope you enjoy. Oh, another thing, Ruben finally had that growth spurt. It's weird, he went to college for one day and he's become a man. Hi Ruben.
Hiya.
He's growing a beard and everything, he looks sick now. Oh, sorry, that's not Ruben, that is Luke. He came and interviewed for us and is now just coming and doing a bit of work for us. He's finished his college course and is getting some experience, which is really cool. So it's lovely to have him with us. And unfortunately, we've not replaced Ruben. Ruben is still with us, he's just in college today. So I've got Luke give me a hand. Customer has left us some amazing snacks. Like, there's a snack drawer and then there's Galaxy chocolate milk, and it's high in protein as well, so that would be perfect for me. I doubt it even has any sugar in it. This is not on our spec'd works. We're here to do the garage, the cable run, etc., which I'll go through with you in a sec. Customer said, oh sorry, I know you're here to do this and so, but actually my sockets inside my gym have been tripping, and would you, ouch. That wasn't a shock, that was just a dodgy finger. Yeah, he said the sockets inside my gym have been tripping. What we'll do is we're going to start in here with the fault find. And I'll talk you through the procedure that I use basically in fault finding. So I've already unplugged everything, okay, first of all. What you do is you check the circuits that are on. So when I come in here, everything was actually on. RCD won't reset, won't hold. You switch everything off. Try and reset the RCD. If it came on, you'd then switch the RCDs on one at a time until it trips, and then you know, okay, boom, it's on that circuit or it's on that circuit. What's unusual is it's still tripping even with these all off, so that tells me it must be a neutral to earth short, because these are single pole breakers, so it's obviously not going to be a problem with the line. I've unplugged everything. I've unplugged the fridge, I've unplugged everything that I can see. This sauna, I've actually wired one of these in for a customer before. This will be plugged in somewhere. Should be able to just, do you want to give us a hand just dragging it out, please, mate?
I think it's heavier than it looks.
Let's see if I can get behind that now. There it is, it's plugged in over there, so I'll switch that off. I'll take this over here. Let's try that now. No, it's still tripping. So, is there anything else you see plugged in? So
Running
the lighting
machine.
circuit.
That's turned off though.
We'll just unplug it anyways. See if it's a neutral to earth fault, you never know. Switch that isolator off. Imagine that's for the hot tub outside. What we'll do then, we'll take the lid off the consumer unit and we'll do a proper check, because it seems like it might be something actually wired in rather than just a plugged in appliance like I thought it might have been. It's always worth eliminating the super easy things. I absolutely love fault finds. Get my tester, just a little continuity tester will do for now. This is my tester made by Fluke. I'm going to set this to continuity. Because it's probably got a TNCS supply, meaning the neutral and earth are combined, I'll take that main neutral out so that it doesn't just get continuity through that. So that'll be a false continuity reading. Just drop that out while we're testing it. Yeah, so there is a neutral and earth short. I'm just going to do process of elimination. I'm going to see which one I think it most likely is. If I was to guess, I would say it's either going to be external sockets I've already checked and there's nothing plugged in, so I don't think it'll be that. It'll either be the, okay, all of those could be sus actually. Lights, because you've got a new smoke alarm. Water heater, shower. Let's start with lights. I'm just going to drop the neutral out on the lights. There we go. Oh, that one tripped it. Want to reset that. There we go, water heater. Could it just be that the RCD's knackered? That is a very real possibility as well. But we'll keep testing. Oh, that one's got nothing connected into it, this one, so it's definitely nothing to do with that. This is on. Let's see if it will trip when I touch it. No, so it's just this, which is labelled as water heater. That's strange because the neutrals are still connected. So if it was a neutral and earth short, it could just be a cooked RCD, you know. So there's our fault there on that circuit. So that is external sockets. It's always the external sockets. All right, let's go see what external sockets we've got and what they're looking like. Aha, that doesn't look very good, does it? A little pump, underwater pump, almost guaranteed, isn't it? Let's switch that back on. And now, no trips. So as soon as I plug that pump in, I guarantee you it will trip. So we'll quickly have a look. I think it's just a little sump pump. Should be a super easy replacement. So what we can now do is plug everything back in, put the customer, push the ridiculously heavy sauna back.
Okay.
There we go. All the lights are on now, lovely, fault found. Sorted. We're only, 15 minutes into the job and we've got one thing knocked off the list. That's a good start. Always remember to plug the fridge back in. They are the thoughts that wake you up in the night, whether or not you plugged your customer's freezer back in for them. Cool. Yeah, so it's just a little sump pump, and I almost definitely am not going to put my hand in there because that is definitely grey water. Oh my, yeah, that's grey water. That stinks. Oh my days, can you smell that?
I smell it from over here, half out the garden.
Yeah, that is a plumber's job. Yeah, all of a sudden I don't remember how to fix pumps. So we've got 3 main jobs. That fault finding job wasn't part of it, that was just a little, we'll sort it while we're here. We've got to rewire the garage, and I'll show you the electrics in here in a minute, the state of them, and you'll see why they really do want redoing. Forget adding stuff to that because it's just a bit of a joke really. We're going to replace the Tesla charger. It's the old generation, he wants the new generation that'll talk to his phone and things. And we've also got to run a new feed from the board to this garage, because at the minute this garage is just spurred off of a ring somewhere. So we're going to run a 6mm armoured back to the consumer unit, so that is more future-proof out here should he ever want to add or change or whatever. I suggested we just do like a loop of trunking around the top and then just drop down in tube for some sockets, some metal clad sockets. Our final job is to figure out why the kitchen is tripping. I think they are just overloaded because I worked out the load on the ring and it's pretty much on the limit of the breaker. Let's get that 6mm running, because I think that's going to be the most difficult job, is going to be getting that cable back to the consumer unit, because there's no clear route. It's a properly occupied house, so much so that they've locked us out. And the consumer unit is on the complete other side of the property. It's under the stairs in a ridiculous location, as always. But what I'm thinking is, get my rod, drill a little hole here, open one of these out, or just multi-tool the corner off of this or something, and see if I can just rod all the way over to where the consumer unit is. Stick my ferret in there, my little cable ferret, and see what we see and see how far we can go. Right, let's get inside. Oh yeah, there's a massive drop. Nice. Bucket loads of history down there, which is pretty cool. A really, really old collection of electrical knickknacks. And plumbing knickknacks as well, actually. Old newspaper. Is there a date on there? Sometimes you can guess by the phone numbers when they don't have phone numbers. 1967. Very old. Sorry, Jordan, that's not very old. Still young. We'll get the camera. We'll stick that under the floor. Little cable ferret. That's not Ruben. Although if Ruben was here, that would be pretty sick. Could actually send him under there probably. So what you do with this is you literally go on your phone Wi-Fi. You switch the ferret cam on. You can connect to the camera Wi-Fi. And then you go on the app. Ferret tools. And boom. We have a handsome cameraman staring back at you. Okay. Probably should have used a stiffer rod actually. This rod's flopping around all over the place. Just use nature's ferret cam and stick my head under there. Can't really get it far enough to see. It feels like the rod's going far enough that it will go through. We'll measure it off the wall where it is, approximately, and then we'll just go straight out and drill in. One thing I have noticed on a pretty new install, you've got that, which is not good, is it? I can get my finger right inside of there if I want to, and no grommet strips, that's biting into that insulation there. And this is pretty rough, and I can see loads of single insulated cable on the tails. If you stop there, it's about three, just over 3 meters. Yeah, so it's about here actually, so that must be the next one along. I'm going to punch in through that little air vent.
Go stick my head down the hole in there, see if I can see anything come through.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. The torch is in there.
Yep.
Sweet. Can you get your hand on it easy?
Yeah, it's right there, literally right at the bottom of the hole.
Let's get the cable in. Annoyingly, right, Lee has nicked he nicked my racketeers, the cable reels.
Yeah.
He's given them back, but he's not giving me the bar back for them. So I haven't actually got a proper cable reel. So I'll take this side.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you just pull the rod out.
Yeah.
I'll take this side. Just pull, like, not too aggressively. Maybe take the rods off as you go.
Yeah. Could your arms touch the bottom of there?
My
fingers are like that far away and literally I've tried to sit, I just need something to pick it up with.
I can try. We'll swap rolls. I caught one. It's a 6mm SWA. I reckon weighing at least 100 pounds. No tape needed. Greta Thunberg, you're welcome. Grandchildren of tomorrow, you're also welcome. Let's go. Ow! Every flipping time. We thank Isaac Newton for inventing gravity, and we let him do his thing. Just, okay, never mind. He needs an update. Right, well, I wasn't expecting to get this far. Right, so I'll show you around the inside electrics. So, at the minute, they're a bit of a mess. Like, you've got just spurs and, you know, all of that rubbish and jazz that you find in the average British shed. Just junction boxes everywhere. So I don't really want to touch the lighting because I don't know what that material, that ceiling is. Could well be like an asbestos-based material. So I'll probably leave that ceiling and just run like a trunking wrap around the outside in PVC trunking and drop down to sockets. But first things first, I want to find out where this is actually being fed from. There's this here, but this is plugged in. So unless that's live, I have seen it before where people liven up plugs and liven it up in reverse, which is a pretty terrible way of doing it. But no, so it's not. So that's powering something out there, probably a floodlight or something. There's a cable going straight out there. Oh, that's going along to that floodlight. It's probably going to be that one. That's on the other side of this wall. Thinking rather than spend the whole day trying to figure out where it goes, I'm just going to trip it and see which breaker switches off. RCD, UC, ferret touch to a ramp test. Boom. Let's see if we can trip it. There we go.
Hey.
Tripped it, 27 milliamps. Let's go see which RCD is tripped. Got my eyes on those bad boys and those bad boys. So it is ground floor sockets and garage. So it's the ground floor sockets it's been spurred off of, so it says. Let's see what's dead. That's all still live, that's good. What I'm interested to see is if this is dead, because this is the circuit that trips. Yeah, so that's dead. See if we can see where they've spurred out. If we can find where they've spurred out from, that will almost definitely fix the problem. Because this is the circuit that keeps tripping, this is the circuit that we suspected it was spurred off of. So now if we disconnect that, that should then fix the problem, shouldn't it? Could be spurred out that maybe. If I was doing it, I'd spur out there because you could just drill across. So that's still dead, so that itself is a spur. There's probably a junction box somewhere on top of the cabinet or something. No, it doesn't seem to be any of that. And imagine all of this is live. I need to go get my little plug-in tester really. Right, so that's dead. We could waste hours looking for that where it's fed from the house to disconnect it.
Yeah.
And still not find it, because it could just be a junction box under the floor or something even. I'm going to look a little bit more, but I'm not going to spend too long on it.
Yeah.
Because if we just disconnect it that side, put a box on the end, label it, do not use, fed from kitchen, spare, whatever, then it has the same effect. There's still no load being pulled through that cable. Whilst I'm going to look a little bit longer, I'm not going to devote hours to this. What I do need though is one of those, because I always eat my lunch before lunchtime, and then lunchtime comes and I'm hungry. Whereas if I have that, that locks until a certain time.
Well, then it opens up.
Then it opens up, yeah. That'd be brilliant. Could do with that. I don't know if I fancy that tuna. That looks like Ruben's sort of lunch. Just put a box in it for now, and we'll worry about it later. If we finish the job and we have time to spare,
yeah,
then we'll work backwards and try and sort that. I'll leave Luke to rip out now. What he's going to do is just disconnect all of this old wiring, get all of these old junction boxes out. I'm going to go start doing that car charger, and then I'll come back and see how he's got them. We need a special tamper bit, which I have here. There we go. There's the Klein 27-in-1 tamper screwdriver, pretty epic. Oh, that's clever. So you don't have to touch any of this. That just plugs into the wall. You wire that up, stick that on, and then this just plugs in. And oh, that's really cool. So I've fitted the new charger. It really annoys me, this charger, how there's not really a neat way to store the cable unless it's plugged into the car. It just looks a bit scruffy. So that's swapped. We've got the cable out and loosely run through. So I'm just going to check that I've definitely got enough cable the other end. And if I've definitely got enough cable the other end, I'll start clipping this back while Luke is cracking on getting the trunking on. And then what I'm hoping is by lunchtime, so I've got about half hour till 12, I'll hopefully have that cable clipped, all the trunking done. And then after lunch, I can start doing all the socket drops and conduit drops, show Luke how to do that. Made in Germany. How old do you reckon that is? What is it? As an electrician, I've never seen one of these before. That's pretty cool, actually. Give that to the customer, and if the customer doesn't want it, I might well have that little scratchy brush. Just trying to route the cable through, but in the process I'm finding some pretty cool stuff. I've just seen a pretty cool looking, I don't know what it is, like a cigarette or match packet or something, and try and fish it over to the hole. Since we're doing well for time, I think we have time for a bit of archaeology. Old cigarette pack. Players Navy cut cigarettes. What's funny, some of these old cigarette butts used to have asbestos in them, which sounds so crazy now, but they were sold as auto-extinguishing cigarettes. And yeah, they were just rammed full of brown asbestos. But yeah, sometimes you find some really, really interesting stuff, like metal matchboxes and things. But I've always given it to customers. I've never actually ended up with any of the cool stuff which I've given, which is quite annoying. In fact, I'll find this picture. I found a really, really cool old test meter once in someone's loft. So I contacted the customer. I said, I've just found something in your loft. And I was like super excited because I thought they were going to say, yeah, just keep it. Like, what good is a 1940s test meter to me? But no, they wanted it. That's it there, like, it's on my Instagram. But how cool is that? And it had a calibration sticker on it. It has last been treated for moisture and fungus during the month of September 1944. So that's when it was last done. It was all properly jointed up, like dovetail or whatever joints on the corner. Sorry, tenon joints on the corner. I am going to use this magnet. I'm sure there's an award for like using the super odd stuff for not what it's really supposed to be used for, or finding funky uses for it. I'm going to ask Super Odd, if you're watching this, I want to be installer of the month or whatever, if I manage to get these metal tins with this. Here's one. That looks to be the other half of it. Oh, tin of some sort. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Telephone engineers, £30 per 5-day, 40-hour week. That is so funny. Shampoo ladies, no previous experience necessary. Come and work 1 or 2 days per week and earn £2 per day plus tips. You can see the effect of hyperinflation. If you think we need to start doing segments on the cool things we find in lofts and underfloors, and I'm all over that. So much going on. Oh, that is a beautiful job. That is so nice to see, and unfortunately so rare. They've done a cracking job, whoever's installed this. Even, I mean, you could tell just by the way they've done the trunking and things that they've taken a lot of pride in their work. I reckon it's an old boy. That's older handwriting, and it's before the days of the Brother label printer. But he's kept himself up to date because he's using RCBOs, surge protection. I could be completely wrong, and it could be 17-year-old lad from down the pub. But whoever he is, nice work if you're watching this. Then we'll line it up with them screw holes. What we'll do, grab one of them, I'll just use a Sharpie actually. So if you just want to drill those out, I've got the Hoover attached to the drill, so it should be nice and easy. You'll see when you take that screw off, there's a little mounting plate with that hole there.
Yep.
So what I'd probably do is take it apart, get your level on it and stuff, offer it up.
Yeah.
Probably want it about that sort of height.
Before
Before you even fix it, mark through that hole there.
Yeah.
I'll give you a long skinny drill bit. We'll drill that in. And once we've got that hole inside, in actual fact, no, we'll drill out. Yeah, we'll drill out. Then we can just take it straight out the trunking. Okay guys, so that is everything for this episode. We got way more done than I was actually expecting to get done, which is a lovely feeling. And that is part and parcel due to managing to get this cable under the floor so easily. We've still got loads more left to do, still need to seal up a few little bits and pieces. Luke's been doing a cracking job in here, got all of the containment done. So now all we need to do is just cable that up, second fix that. Once that's done, we can add the socket in the house, do some testing, a couple of bits and pieces, and that's it, we're done. So not too bad, but we'll save that for another episode because we've got some different tips and tricks in there with working around conduit, which you might find interesting. So until then, I'll see you next time.